Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Fabric Queen Tarot here. And have I got a message for you today? How exciting, huh? Hope you had a blessed, beautiful Father's Day and a beautiful, beautiful weekend. We are going to cover overall every area here today. In fact, we are going to pull out a message here for the collective. On top of that, we're going to clarify it a little bit. We're going to look at your more money, your career here, most importantly, and we're going to take a little peek-see here at overall love in the love department. So get ready here because I think it's going to be quite significant here for you. So with that in mind, I see the Tower card here in reverse here. And I feel like somebody here really fears the overall fact they're going to be suffering, okay, permanently with regards to whatever it is that they're dealing with. They also feel really, really confined here. And yet there's a part of them that has a certainty with regards to this, okay? They're like almost certain they will never live this down. That's right. I see the Six of Wands, and believe it or not, I feel like they will live it down, okay? Because what's going to happen here is they are about to see success, a victory here with regards to their overall terrible suffering situation. That's right. You know how that fear just kind of lingers, kind of comes back in through the back door here, has a little bit of surprise effect on you? Yeah, well, I'm seeing that Three of Pentacles here. And as bad as what you might think it is, it's not going to be as bad. I can tell you that right now. In fact, I feel like, you know what? There's help coming. Okay? There's going to be some help here. There's going to be coming in, stepping in to help you here. And when it does, I see this Three of Wands. You're going to be making some progress here. You're going to be taking some action here. This is going to create a lot of growth for you. Rapid growth, most importantly here. If you could just find a way to be inspired here, to be able to look ahead and understand here, this too here shall pass. It really will. King of Pentacles here in reverse for you too. I feel like things have gone from one extreme to the next, but yet I also feel like somebody here has kind of, you know what, dug their heels in, all right? It's kind of like they believe overall that this is not going to get any better, and it really truly is here. When I look at the Ten of Wands here, I feel like to some extent here, somebody's really burnt out. They're stressed out. They weren't willing to delegate, okay? And I feel like they could have delegated, and that might have helped this situation, but they weren't. They weren't willing to. They weren't willing to overall just share the responsibility here. I'm almost hearing like somebody saying, well, I can do this. I can do this on my own. I don't need your assistance. And yet I see that Six of Swords here. And it was like, you know what? Somebody kind of got left behind in the shuffle here. All right. And somebody moved forward here all on their own. And yet when they did, they thought they were completing something. And yet they didn't complete anything. In fact, I feel like they made matters worse here for themselves. And now things are on the verge of coming to a close. That's right. It's like they did everything they possibly could, claimed that they could do it on their own. But what happened was they wound up losing here. And now that's why they have this overall fear they're going to be suffering forever. Like they'll never, ever live this down. Now, let's get some clarity here with regards to this, because I think there is some clarity that needs to come in here. See, if you're this person that I'm talking about, you know what? You need to understand here, you're divinely protected here. All right? Seriously, you are. You're being guided here right now. Okay? And I feel like there's a lesson to be learned with regards to this. So, I see a harbor of peace. So I feel like overall peace is coming into play here, believe it or not here. And yet, you're going to have to just let the waters calm down a little bit is what I'm hearing. I'm also seeing plan wisely, okay? I feel like you really got to cultivate here. You really got to think about here what it is that you're planning here, all right? What type of overall growth here that you're creating here, because there is some overall things that are going to be unveiled, okay? With regards to this new path here, you're about ready to embark on. I also feel like, you know what, there's a part here that states, take a closer look here with regards to what it is that you're plotting, what it is you're planning here, because I think it's in the details here is what you're not seeing. And when you do, That's what's going to ignite this ambition in you, okay, to keep moving forward here, all right, and realizing here you're not going to pay for this for the rest of your life. I feel like this is something here that overall is gonna, it's gonna pass. It's gonna take some time here, but there's something here that you are going to learn, which is going to create that growth, which is going to help you to move further on your path here. Now, when I look at to see overall here what's new, there's going to be some things you're going to be recalling here. And I feel like some of this might have to do with missing somebody. Some of this might have to do with reminiscing of times past. But yet, it's about the memories of the situation. Okay? And I'm hoping that you're going to remember these things clear and to the point here. Because you know what? There was a lot of talking going on. All right? A lot of things were said. A lot of things happened here. And yet, somebody was all up in their feels here. Okay? When this took place. I'm also picking up liftoff. All right? So I feel like just the overall reminiscing, the recalling, the reflection here, and all the talking here is what made things take off and go in the direction that they were. I feel like the wait is pretty much over here. But what I'm hearing here is, believe it or not, okay, as much fear as what you might be carrying around with you here, I feel like there's going to be some things that are going to be exposed. Like I told you in the details here, okay, might have to do with receipts. Take a good look at receipts here. Because I feel like receipts are what's going to show you each and every ounce of this. Now, with regards to your love, okay, because I feel like this plays a portion into your love life here. Somebody here self-sabotaged. Okay, I feel like they thought maybe, you know what, in essence, they weren't going to be caught, all right? But you, on the other hand here, yeah, I feel like this is an opportunity for you to start a new chapter in your life. And that's why this here is coming to a close. Because somebody here was all locked up in their ego here. They really seriously were, all right? They let their pride get in the way. Okay, is what I want to say here when I look at this card here. And that's what caused all these secrets, all right? That's what caused everything not to be told here, all right? They thought overall within their situation, they didn't have to explain everything, okay? And maybe that person was you. But what they didn't realize is there was going to be a lot of gossip. People were going to be picking up on this. People were going to be talking, all right? Rumors were going to get started here. And now, you might wind up being the one feeling a little bit unworthy, okay? Because you didn't know about this. They wouldn't share this with you. They wouldn't tell you. They wouldn't even come clean here. So, I feel like this had a major effect, okay, with regards to your life, most significantly here, and what it is that you're going through, what it is you're dealing with currently. And I'm seeing the government card here, so I feel like it might even be having an effect with regards to how you're providing a public service to somebody. I feel like you could deal with in retail. You don't have to. I feel like you deal with people generally on an everyday basis here. But this was something which you don't realize was brewing for a long time, okay? Behind the scenes here, okay? And every moment, every day that passed, things got a little bit stronger here, all right? I'm also seeing the museum. So I feel like some of this is not too foreign, okay? I feel like you've had to go through this in the past, and I feel like this is what's going to be on display. This is what's going to be shown to you here. And I feel like this is what's going to help you start that overall self-love, self-care journey here. I'm hearing whatever you got to do, get out there and reinvent yourself, okay? If that means new hairdo, okay, if that means getting your nails done, taking a spa day here, going in, get yourself all groomed up here. I'm hearing right now, most importantly, self-love, self-care. Pour into your cup here, all right? Because that's what's going to help you deal with this problem here. I'm also seeing the financial center here. So I feel like, you know what, take stock with regards to your overall finances. I'm hearing that's really important here, okay? as to what it is that you're spending, what it is that you're saving here, all right? And with regards to the money that's coming in here, because I feel like it's not going to be long here. You're going to be resting, you're going to be relaxing. But let's just take a quick peek here with regards to your career and your more money, because there is something to be said here with regards to that. Your money is being affected here. I do see there is some debt here, okay? And I feel like that's why you're being urged to take a good look at your finances here. But what you don't realize is money's going to start flowing to you here very, very easily here. I feel like when this money comes in, you're going to be able to pay your debt, all right? I'm seeing $100 bills, so I feel like money's really going to be flowing here. It's not going to be a trickle. It's going to be the wind of change. And when it starts coming directly at you, it's going to start flooding directly at you. I'm also seeing job loss here, okay? Termination of employment, all right? So if you are one that's losing your job, understand within the situation, it's not that you did anything wrong. It's the fact of the matter behind it. There were cutbacks. But I feel like when this happens, that's what's going to create this change, okay? This is going to create the overall change with regards to your debt and with regards to this money flowing directly at you here. It's pretty much just stating here overall, yeah, it had absolutely nothing to do with your performance. Okay, you did your job well here, very, very well here. But this is going to help ignite that flame of ambition here. This is what's going to get you going. More than likely, you're not going to be approved for a loan. Okay, I'm hearing the banks have tightened their purse strings. But what you are going to be getting here is an interview. All right, somebody's going to be asking you a lot of questions with regards to this. How did you wind up in this situation? What is this that you're looking for? What is it that you need here? And mainly what you're looking for is that insurance, okay? You're looking for that security, all right? Something overall to protect you. Even though you're divinely protected, I still feel like you need this overall security here, so that then you can acquire those new assets that you've been wanting, you've been needing and desiring this entire time. So when I looked into it a little bit further here, I heard your angels have got a message for you. So let's find out what they've got to say here. Because I'm seeing 1122, so I feel like there's going to be a major great shift here. And then I'm seeing 1414, which is really going to light you up here. What did I tell you about the flame? It's going to ignite the flame here, the ambition. But 2112, it is entirely going to be up to you. How bad do you want this? Okay, how bad do you need this here? Because there again, with 1122 here, this is about that great shift, okay? That overall change that's going to take place. But I'm hearing first you got to focus on the positive changes, all right? Because you've put in the effort, okay? You did the work here, all right? And then you're going to expand with regards to your horizons, all right? Which is going to permit you here, okay, to try something new, do something different within your life, most importantly, because there's so many positive shifts here for you. And you know what? The world around you is going to start changing in your favor. You just can't see it right now. When I told you, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. Because I'm also seeing that light up, okay? Lighten you up, most importantly here. So right now, focus on your needs, focus on your desires, focus on your hobbies, all right? Because everything is more accessible with a light attitude, okay? But you will be blessed, all right, with new opportunities. So get ready. You've got to have some overall faith here, I'm telling you, because there's a new friend or an addition to your family coming here, and some good vibes here are really going to speed up the process here. But there again, it's up to you. What is it that you want? What is it that you need? What is it that you desire here? Because 2112, yes, understand somebody here is watching over you, okay? I'm seeing good fortune, but I'm also seeing some unforeseen forces here, all right? So even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress here, I got to tell you, things are going to be moving in the right direction here for you when this happens. And if you see this number, it's a sign that everything is going to work out for you. In fact, it's going to work in your favor. And you know what? Your dreams are going to be coming true here really, really soon here. So get ready here, because I feel like you're in for quite the overall surprise. And as I always say, expect the unexpected. But sometimes this stuff doesn't come in as nice as what you think it's going to. And it gets a little rough in the beginning, but you got to get through the bad stuff to get to the good stuff, don't you? Right? So, have a little faith. Get ready to be a little bit adventurous, a little bit fearless here, and ignite that overall flame within you. Because once that's ignited, you become that unstoppable force. And with that, I'll be talking to you later.